Good morning, and today I'm on a little trip out to Chipping Norton. I thought I'd show you one of my favourite routes out there. Just heading onto the ring road here of Thame in Oxfordshire, and we're going to take the last junction here. For a useful service station right at this end where you can meet up with mates before you go and do this route. Burger King, etc., just here on my right. It's a great day. Temperature is 20 degrees, sunny and good. So today I'm meeting Brian, who's a biking buddy from the trips that I go on. And he lives down in the Swindon area, so this is approximately midway between us two. So we're going to meet in Chipping Norton, and I just thought I'd take the long route there, which is about an hour and a half from here. They do like their sleeping policemen here in Long Crendon. It's very pretty. Look at the thatched homes here. Not much other than a couple of shops, restaurant, etc. here, but a very pretty Bucks village. So we take this first exit. I'll let you have a look at the village here before we get into the Wigglies on the other side. It gets more progressive on the other side. You may have noticed the ultimate Addons case I'm trying out the iPhone in as a bit of a backup for touring trips. I've still got my Garmin GPS unit, but I did find a couple of days when, I don't know, there's something wrong with the connection. There's a dud connection somewhere, and it's just awkward if you haven't got it when you're in towns and things. So I was just testing this out, and it all works fine, and I've got it plugged into a little USB charger down here in front of the tank. Let's concentrate on the road for a minute. Let's get past these guys. Shut the visor, might be a bit easier for people to hear what I'm saying. Yeah, it's nice and clear. Telegraph poles help around here. You can see which way the bend's going to go, generally. Should be enough room here. Now, because of this road is quite a popular bikers road during the summer months, it's known to attract the attention of mobile speed cameras, and this is a typical village because they park on the right hand side as you enter this village. Just in this junction here on the right. Let's fit the cruise control on, or if they're not there, they'll sit and go crack this visor just slightly, or further along here. So right in front of me on the left hand side there's a junction, and they sometimes sit in there. It's another little hamlet just further up here. This is a really open section through the farmland here. Really opens up, plenty of light to see what's going on. Great road, great surfaces through here. I did check it out the other day to make sure it hadn't changed or any lumps and bumps since last winter. Does attract the occasional nutter in the car as well. Great place to overtake there, mate. Use your discretion down here. It's 50 miles an hour. That's open over this brow here. Better leave the cyclist alone. Let's just dip past this one. They also sometimes sit there on the left or at the bottom of this hill on the left. Mobiles, that is, mobile cameras. If I sound overly cautious, I've seen them too many times down here. They really do focus on this, so I don't know if they get a lot of grief from the local residents down this stretch. So it can be a bit of a racetrack in the on the sunny days. HM Prison, Bullingdon, if anybody knows anybody in there. This is where you've got to come to for a visit. Everybody's being very cautious. I don't know if other people know more than I do today, and there is perhaps a trap further up today. Let's just nip past this one. And as you can see, you get joggers, you get a lot of cyclists down this road as well. Everybody has a go. Yep, police van. Wonder if he's been set up somewhere this morning. Might be able to have a quick squeeze here. I think I turn left onto the A41, which is the main road between Aylesbury and Bicester. This is far more interesting though, coming up here. Either way, it's a great road. You turning in? I reckon I can probably go. Right, I'm going to turn this off for a second while we get up to Bicester and the next junction. So at the next roundabout here, we're going to head towards the town centre. For now, we take a right here towards the town centre. More complex junction they've shoved in here, so watch the traffic lights. Bicester town centre. That's where the Bicester village shopping complex is, down there. So we take the road out to Enstone here. B4030. And again, watch your speed down here. It's 30 miles an hour down here. I'm going to have to crack this visor slightly. This bit beyond the roundabout. Wasn't here 2 years ago. It's just open fields. We're now heading into the village of, can't remember the name of it. One more camera warning. Just here on the entrance exit on the right hand side, they often sit in a little pull-in just by these sort of mock gates at the 30 mile an hour. Just in there on the right. Nice of him not to indicate. Nice little wigglies down this road. Traffic seems to have thinned a bit as well, so that's good. Cyclists. Bit of an off camber left here, can catch people out. Luckily there's a field there straight ahead. They put this 40-mile-an-hour zone in here. There's a pub in the dip on the left. Great little pub actually, where it used to be. Haven't been in there for a while. Nice little beer garden. There you go, very pretty. So here we go, Lower Heyford. We're going to take a left here. Just going to crack the visor in, have a bit of air, come up for air. Interesting little aside for down here. There's a false yellow speed camera on the left down here. Some enterprising homeowner has decided to construct one for himself. Obviously the police don't seem to mind because it's been up there for quite a while. Well, a number of years, put it that way. I wonder if it's still there. Don't know if I've been down this bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Left hand side, don't you see on the Hero, just coming up here on the left hand side above this hedge. The yellow does stand out fairly well. Not a bad job he's done of it, to be honest. Even a little pole with a dogleg arm in it underneath. Sad. Anyway, another pretty little village. Let's go over the railway bridge. Down to some traffic lights. And I'll try and go slow enough to give you a view of a fantastic home up on the ridge to our left. I think I'll follow this guy rather than try and nip ahead here. Can we side saddle this? There we go. What a lovely home. I'll have to slow-mo that. It's usually an overtake up here, like that. That's what I love about this Triumph, it's got so much grunt. Quick overtakes like that, quick squirt, and it's just easy. I remember riding on a demo day one of their first 1200s. Don't ask me which model it is, I can't remember, but anyway, it's one of their first. Well, I think that was a 4-cylinder actually, that first one. or was it a 3? Anyway, we're going to take a right and left here. So this is the 4260 that we're crossing, and still going down towards Enstone and through the Bartons, as they're known. Yeah, so the demo day, the Triumph that I rode many years ago, is when Hinckley were just launching the new Triumph range, and I was just amazed at our torque on this thing. It was quite closely geared, but just stick it in 6th and you could leave it there for overtakes, no problem in going down to 5th. It wasn't worth it. It just opened the throttle and the thing would just launch forward. It was huge. Much like this. Here we go, we're into the Bartons. Another pretty little village out this way. Alright, must be doing a bit of road fixing down here. It's about time since last year anyway. This is a deceptive left here. Definitely caution in case there's someone parked around the corner, or a cyclist or something. Well, they've resurfaced it for us, which is nice. Oh, just that bit. If this is a regular route, you might wonder why I've got the sat-nav option on my phone open, but as I say, I was just trying it out, and I know the route like the back of my hand, but just wanted to see if it picked up on the waypoints that I've plotted into it out on this route. Let's crack the visor. So this is the far side of the village. Another little bridge over the stream there, as it leads out into the countryside on the far side here. I'm sure these hobos get fed up with bikes, so I'll be respectful of that as we leave the Bartons. Just slowing because the junctions here, people stick their noses out. Gauging well, I think it is. This is just the edge of the Cotswolds here. One of the Formula 1 teams is based out here. I think it's over there to the right in that massive building over there. Can't remember which one it is now, because this is Enstone. Enstone Business Park. Can't remember who it is. Should do, being an F1 follower. Anyway, concentrate on the road, shall we? We go straight on into Church Enstone, but the left at this crossroads, great little road as well. You could do another loop. Well, I have got another loop. It goes off down there to the left. Will the GoPro battery SD card holdout until I get to Chipping Norton to change it. So just round the corner here we'll splice into the main road between Oxford and Chipping Norton. Yeah, A44. Right, it goes out to Stratford, Evesham. But one of those junctions that you've just got to go for it when the opportunity arises, which isn't yet. Double lined all the way up here. There's a couple of opportunities, but if you're behind a long queue like this, nearly as well to sit it out. But let's have a quick look and see if we can. So I'm using the MyRoute-app soft routing software on the phone because I've also that works on my desktop for planning my trips or short routes, and it will automatically sync through to the MyRoute-app navigation app, which I've loaded onto my mobile. That's a separate thing that you have to get unless you've got a sort of all-in-one package. But if you head over to my my Facebook page at PJY Motorcycling, you should find that I've successfully arranged a 20% discount on a couple of their gold subscription packages, and so if you're looking for a new routing software, I can't recommend it highly enough. I've been using it and so have a lot of my friends for their trips for some time. I just find it really easy to use, just logical, and you can get into the detailed stuff if you want to, but if you just want a simple routing software, it does that as well. And once you've created something on your desktop, you don't have to save it then onto your iPhone. When you open the app on your iPhone, it automatically syncs through to the routes seen on your iPhone. And you can, if you don't want to use lots of data on your mobile phone, you don't have to. You can turn off that so it doesn't use any mobile data while you're using navigation. But you do have to first of all actually physically download the routes, which is all done within the app. So you download the map for the UK or France or Spain or whatever, and then when you're offline, you've got no Wi-Fi, you've got it will automatically use those downloaded routes. It's only a mile or so up here before we turn left down into Chipping Norton. So we're entering into Chipping Norton, if you've never been here before. Archetypal Cotswold town. Does seem to like to have these overly complicated junctions here with mini roundabouts on these junctions, which can confuse a lot of people at times. No, not interested in waving back. Fair enough. Let's see if we can park in a spot in front of the cafe. If not, I'll do a fly past and just show you where it is. Great Italian coffee, pastries, or a full sort of buffet, or a full lunch if you prefer. But you're going to keep coming then. That's Brian, who I'm meeting up with, and he says it's closed, so we'll do a quick Huey. park here for a second while we catch up with Brian. Right, so we're just heading out on the Burford Road, where we're then going to take a left turn up here. So we're going to take this Charlbury loop, B4026. Should be quiet of traffic. Introduce Brian to it because I don't think he's been around here before. Bit of a speed limit through this little bit here. Crack the visor a little bit, sorry about the noise. Spelsbury. Village of Charlbury. Walkers and cyclists welcome. Car drivers and motorcyclists not, but there we are. Loads of room. With a little river. Got their own railway station here at Charlbury. Railway bridge here, and then we hopefully can get away from these other people. Shut that for less noise. So if any of you guys are follow YouTube car enthusiasts, someone I follow is a chap called Harry's Garage, and interesting guy. I believe he was one of the founding directors of the car magazine that I've just forgotten the name of. But he's God, which one was it now? Anyway, he's also a farmer out this way, and obviously owns quite a large estate. And this is a road, if you go and have a look at any of his videos, 9 times out of 10 he's driving from the other direction down through here, because some great opportunities for some passing shots on corners like this. And he uses these roads because he lives just the other side of Burford, from what I can work out, so it's only a few miles down the road from here. And these are some great roads for taking cars on test drives. This one here, you can actually get a bit of air under. Oh, not this one, it's the next one. You're not, so don't go too fast down here, because this one, oh, it's the previous one, sorry. Get a bit of lift out that one. Just another great bend for getting photography on. Great ribbon of road, this one. Goes on for some miles. Not sure whether it's worth overtaking these guys, as I'm going to be saying goodbye to Brian up here at the junction. Don't want to increase the reputation of a hooligan biker by overtaking them and then stopping. So I think I'll just sit back. And look on the return leg back to Chipping Norton, which is a fast bit of road if you're careful. Just pull up here for a minute and then we'll resume our activities. There's Mrs. in the Jag.
Yeah, one of my mates has got one of those Jags.
They're just going to do a bit of sort of follow on. Right, so we're now heading back to Chipping Norton. This is the main road, as I may mention, from Burford to Chipping. I'm hanging back for fairly obvious reasons. This is a fantastic day for riding. Not too hot, still only 22.5. It's lovely and warm, dry, blue skies. What more do you want? Right, so we're heading back into Chipping Norton. That completes that loop. I'll catch up with you in a moment. Alternatively, from going down through the high street, you could go this way. Fuel station there if you need it. So this is the through road. It's not the road we came in on, but we're going back in the same sort of direction. So the fuel stop up here on the right hand side on this corner of this roundabout. Also do coffee and snacks and what have you, toilets. We're going to go straight across in the direction of Bloxham here. That used to be a nice little cafe in there for many a year. Hey, 361 towards Banbury. Well, to Banbury actually, if we went that far. So how funny was that, bumping into Harry from Harry's garage when I was only just talking to him about it. His wife was sitting there in the Jaguar, so I'm going to go do some follow-on pieces with him following the camera in on her car. What a nice guy. Can be a great road this, but obviously this is like Sunday traffic down here. It's not Sunday, it's midweek. Let's see if we can zap these two. There's a couple of road junctions down here you've got to be mindful of. Hey, that's a nice old car. Damn, he's going the wrong way as well. I have to dispatch him quickly, I think. That made me jump. doesn't, this is quite downhill through here. Probably doesn't show up very much on the GoPro. It's fairly typical of the traffic down here, although you do get the occasional cyclist that catch up fairly quickly. Not too many road junctions down here, cross my fingers. And up the other side. Yep, still filming. This is going to keep up. We're going to have a battery that goes through to Bicester. Let's crack the visor. And the village of Deddington. Big crossroads in the middle. Yep, still filming. What a load of miserable motorcyclists around. No one wants to say hello today. So there we go, Banbury turn left, Oxford turn right. We're going straight over. Holes in the roads here. As we now head into the village of onto the canal. And railway bridge as we head up to the village of Aynho. So we're going to turn on to the B4 100 to Bicester. try and square this up. It looks a bit cockeyed. Need to tighten that up a bit. There we go. This is not the most exciting part of the loop actually, but I'll show it to you. We've got another flourish the other side of the Brackley roundabout, which we'll get up to in a couple of miles. Petrol station on the left. If you get lucky, you can filter out from there. There we go. Bicester 5 miles from here. Back into the 40s before we hit the outskirts of Bicester. Right, back into Bicester, or the outskirts of, so we're going to go on this Buckingham Road, the 4421, I think it said. Yeah, 4421, well we're headed that way, but we're not going to go to Buckingham. Circumvent Bicester rather than go right through the middle of it. If you're into gliding, there's a glide school here on the left hand side that we're just coming up to. Great fun. If you've never been, you should go on a trial a flight. Doesn't cost you much money. Not sure which is the best way to do it really, but I mean you can go from many places. I've been up a couple of times from Dunstable Downs where they do it as well, but probably about £30 a time, something like that. But the two types of way of getting up in those, as you may know, but if you don't, so they either put you on a long bit of, effectively a long cable that's attached at the other side of the airfield, a roller attached to an engine, and once you give the sign, they'll wind in the hawser. And as you're dragged across the airfield, as the speed increases, the pilot will lift the glider to a point where he has to release the cable from the front, otherwise you're going to be dragged down again. But that's a fast way of getting up. But you don't go up very high, it's then down to the pilot and his expertise. I'm going to go through this way, through this little village here, through Launton village. Yes, then down to the pilot to use his his expertise in catching the thermals and gaining some height. So the first part of the flight is really all about gaining height to be able to do manoeuvres or go a distance. And the second option is to get what they call a tug. So it's a light aircraft, Cessna type aircraft that you'll attach yourself to the cable at the back of that on a long cable, and then they will take off with you behind them. Obviously that's a much slower rate of progression because they gradually climb, but they climb to about 2,000 feet. I mean, the silent, I mean, all you hear is, I suppose it's a bit like riding on an electric motorcycle. All you hear is the wind noise. What views, fantastic. Can be a little bit claustrophobic, certainly if it's a sunny day. It can get quite hot under the long canopy, but great experience. If you've never done it, do it. I'm guessing it's a lot cheaper to should close that. I'm guessing it's a lot cheaper to have a share in a glider than it is a share in a Cessna type powered light aircraft, but then again I suppose you either like one or you like the other. So this road wiggles its way back and onto the A41 a bit south of Bicester. So if we'll turn left at the junction onto the A41 and head down through Aylesbury. Well, that's where I'm going and home, really. So once we get to the end of here, I'll call that the end of this little loop of one of my rides, really. Hope you've enjoyed it. Couldn't pick a better day, really, could we? Alright, so here's the A41. Let's just turn onto that. Bit of an awkward junction here because it's better to go up to it. Like that, so the hell you can see. Anyway, heading back down the road towards Aylesbury, and I'll call that the end of this little loop. Hope you've enjoyed it. Put a map on there. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Remember to click all of the notifications under that bell. It's become clear that unless you click all, you're not necessarily going to be informed next time there's fresh content that's been added to my channel, unless you can just come across it. It seems a bit random the way YouTube sends out reminders or notifies you. But if you have got all notifications clicked, you should get everything new that comes onto the channel. Anyway, hope to see you again soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Catch up with you next time. Cheers.